Welcome everyone. In today's session, we will see about the prototype in JavaScript. Right, so what is prototype? So prototype is an object that is associated with every function and object by default in JavaScript. And prototype is mainly used to add new properties or methods at later stage to a function or a class, and which will be shared across all the instances. Right, instances is nothing but objects. So prototype is mainly used to add some properties, to add new properties or to add new methods at later stage to a function or a class. And that property which is newly added, which will be shared across all the instances. Right, so we will see practically how we can use the prototype. So before that, let me create one new file. So I'm just going to name it as, let's say, prototype demo.js. So we have created one file that is prototype demo.js. And now here I am going to create one function employee. So I am going to create one function employee, and in JavaScript every function is also an object, right? So every function is also acts as an object as well. So in this function we are passing, basically, let's say we are passing name and age. So we are passing two parameters, that is name and age, that will be associated as property to that employee function object, right? So function employee, it's also an object in JavaScript. So now this is, we are going to use this dot name is equal to name. Let's use this dot age is equal to age. So we are assigning name and age to our employee object which we will create, right? So we will create one object reference variable for employee function. So let's create emp1 is equal to new employee, right? So we have to pass, let's pass name as John, and let's pass age as 23. Right, so we have created one object reference variable emp1 of employee function, and we are passing John and 23 as a name and age, and that we are assigning to that specific object, right? That is emp1. Now let's print console.log. Let's print that values. So how we can access those properties by object? So we can simply use emp1 dot name, let's say plus, I'm giving some space, plus emp1 dot age, right? Now let's save the file and let's run this file on terminal. What is the command? Command is node. What is the file name? File name is prototype demo.js, right? So when we are printing, it is printing the name as well as age perfectly, right? That is fine. So we have created one object reference variable emp1 of function employee, and we have passed two parameters, that is John and age. This is the John is a name and 23 is a age, and that we are set for this emp1 object. So those values we have set for emp1 object. So whenever we are printing, by accessing those name and age for emp1 object, that got printed here, right? Now that is perfectly fine. Now let's create one more object. Let's say emp2 is equal to, sorry, before creating a new object, now let's take an example. So for example, so far we have given the name and age to the function employee object, right? But what if now I want to add one more property? So let's say I want to add nationality as well. So let's say I want to add nationality property to emp1 object. So how we can add that? So we have to simply mention emp1, that is object name, dot the property which we want to add, that is nationality, is equal to, let's give the nationality as English, right? So we have given nationality as English here for emp1 object. Now let's again print those values. So we have added new property in that, right? So let's again print plus emp1 dot nationality, right? Let's save this file. We have to give some space here and plus emp1 dot nationality, right? So we have provided some new property to emp1 object as a English. So nationality is new property which we have added, and we have given the value as English, and now we are printing those values. Now let's run the file, right? So it printed John, that is name, age and nationality. Up till here it's perfectly working fine. Now I'm going to create one new object, let's say emp2 of new employee function, and here also we are passing some value. Let's say this time we are passing value as Jack, comma, and let's give age as 26. Now I am again going to print the values. Let's say console.log. Let's print all the properties, that is along with nationality, and let's see what happens. emp2.name, then emp2.age and emp2.nationality. Let's save the file and let's run the file again. So this time here it is giving Jack name correctly, 26 that is age correctly, but for the nationality it is giving us as undefined, right? Because we have set the nationality property for the emp1 object, right? So that English property as a nationality got attached to a employee 1 object and not the employee 2 object, right? So for the employee 2 object we have passed name and age, but when we are trying to access emp2.nationality, it is not printing that, right? So it is saying that it is undefined because the property which we have added here, nationality property, that is specific to emp1 object only, that is not attached with emp2 object or any other new object that we will create later on, right? So that is very specific to emp1 object only. That's why it is printing English for John but not for Jack, right? So this is the problem. So how we can add new property that will get assigned or that will get shared across all the objects which we will create later on? So for that we have to use the prototype, right? So for that we have to use prototype. Now how we can do that, right? So I'm just going to, let's say, so to do that we have to add one statement, that is function name, that is employee dot prototype, and we have to give the property name which we want to add. So we have to add nationality, right? So we have just add nationality is equal to, and we have to provide the value. So I'm going to provide the value as English. So we don't need this line now. So I'm just removing this, and I'm removing this as well, right? So now we have added prototype. So syntax is we have to use employee, that is function name, dot prototype dot the value of the property name, that is nationality which we want to add, and then we have to provide the value, that is English. After that we are simply created one object emp1, and we have assigned value of John and 23, right? That is age. And then we are again printing emp1 dot name, age and nationality. Then again we have created a new object, that is emp2 new employee, and we have provided Jack as a name and 26 as a age. And then again we are printing the all the values here along with the nationality. Now this time let's save the file and let's run. Node prototype demo.js, right? So this time we can see here, so it is printing English, that is nationality value for John as well as for Jack as well. So this is the benefit of using prototype. So by using prototype we can see the definition, right? So prototype is used to add new properties or methods at later stage to a function or a class which will be shared across all the instances. Right, so instances is nothing but objects. So we have added a new property, that is nationality, to the function, right, and that is shared across all the objects. Now even if we create new object, so I am going to create one more object, let's say emp3. So I am going to create one new object, that is emp3 is equal to new employee, and let's give the value as, let's say, Daisy, and age is 29. And again let's print all the values for employee 3 object, that is name, age and nationality. Let's save the file and let's run the file. Right, so this time it is giving the value for Daisy, age and nationality as well. So any number of object we are going to create from this point onwards, so every object will be having this nationality property in that, right? So this is the benefit of using prototype. Right, so far we have added the new property for function. Now we will see one more example. Right, so we will see one more example. Let's create a new file and let's give the name as prototype demo2.js. So I have created a new file, prototype demo2.js. So far we have added the new property to a function. Now let's see how we can add new property to a class as well. Right, so I am going to create one class. Let's name that class name as a class student. And what class can contain? So class may basically contains constructor, methods and variables. So I am going to create one constructor, and in that constructor I am going to pass ID and let's say name. Right, so we have created class student, and in that class we have created one constructor that is accepting ID and name. So we have to use this dot id is equal to id, this dot name is equal to name. Right, so we are assigning these values to the constructor. Right, so this will be initialized whenever the object of student class is created. This constructor will get invoked, and that will initialize the value for id as well as name. Right, whatever value we will pass in this parameter while creating the object. Right, so it will automatically invoke this constructor. Right, so we have assigned the id and name in that constructor. Right, so now I am going to create, so now we want to add one more property. Let's say I want to add a new property, that is, let's say, language. So I want to add the language property by using prototype. Right, so how we can add that? So to add that, we have to simply use student, that is the class name, dot prototype dot the property name, which property we want to add. So let's say language is the property which we want to add, is equal to value. So I am going to provide Spanish as a value. Right, so we have added the new property, that is language, and with the value of Spanish. Now I am going to create one object of student class. Let's say stu1 is equal to new student, and we have to pass to value, that is id. Let's say I am passing the id as 1 comma name. So I am passing name as, let's say, Jack. And then to access this, so we have created one object, right? So we have to print the value of, let's say, console.log. Let's print stu1 dot id plus, let's give some space, and again plus stu1 dot name plus, let's give some space, again plus, and now we have added this language property as well. Right, so by using prototype we have added this language property, so we can access this language property for stu1 object as well. So how we can access that? stu1 dot, let's say, language. Right, let's save the file and let's run the file, that is node prototype demo2.js. js, right? So it is printing the id that we have passed, then jack, that is the name, and it is also printing the language property, right? So language which we have set by using prototype, right? So we have set the prototype dot language as Spanish, so that is printing here. Now similarly I am going to create one more object. Let's say stu2 is equal to new student. Let's say pass id as 2 comma name as John, comma let's pass language as, sorry, not the language, right? So id we are passing is 1 2 here, and name is John, right? And let's print the values as well. So I'm just going to use console.log stu2.id, then stu2.name, and stu2.language. So language property we have added by using prototype, right? So let's print that value. So I'm just going to run the file once again. So we can see here, right? So it is printing 2, that is id, name, that is John, and it is also printing the property of Spanish that we have set by using prototype, right? So we have set the prototype language as Spanish, right? So once again we are going back to the definition. So what is the prototype? So this time we have prototype is used to add new properties or methods at later stage to a function or a class. So we have seen how we can add new properties in later stage to a function in our previous example. Now we have seen how we can add the new property in a class, right? We have also seen how we can add new property in a class by using prototype, right? So this is the second example, and that is shared across all the instances. So for example, even if you see here, we have created student1 object, we have created student2 object, so that it is shared that same property across all the objects, right? So Spanish, if we create the student3 object, that will also have this property, right, which we have set by using prototype. Now, this is the second example which we have seen. So far, we have added properties, new properties in the later stages, right? Similarly, we can also add methods as well. So how we can add the methods to a class, right? So let's say how we can add the methods into a class by using properties. So I'm just going to remove this sentence which we have used for printing the details, right? So I'm just removing these two sentences. Now I'm going to add method by using property. So let's say how we can do that. So syntax is student, that is class name, dot prototype dot the name of the function or method which we are going to add. So which function we are going to add? So I'm just going to add, let's say display details, right? So display details is a function, right? So I'm going to use equal to, this is the function which we have added, right? So this is the function. So this is the function which we have adding by using prototype. Now what it should display, it should simply display console.log this dot, since we are accessing the class or instance variables, we have to use this, right? So we have using this dot, this refers to current class, right? So we have to we have to use this time. So this dot, what are the different properties we want to print? So this dot id plus this dot name plus this dot language, right? So we have added language as well by using prototype. So we are printing the id, name, and language. So we have added one new method by using student.prototype display detail. This is the main name of method or function, right? So this is the function. So we have added by using prototype, and we are printing id, name, and language. Now we have to call this method, right? So whenever we have to call, we have to simply use stu1, that is for object1 we are calling the display details method. So how we can call that? Student name, that is stu1, that is the object dot display details method. So we are calling the display details method for student1 object. Similarly, we can also call the same method for stu2, that is the second object, we are calling the display details method for second object as well. Let's save the file and let's run the file. Right, so we can see here. So this object is calling the display details method, and what display details method is doing, it is printing the data, that is id, name and language. Id, name and language for John as well, so Jack and John, so student 1 and student 2. Right, so it is printing the data. Correct, so this is how we can add. So again we can go to the definition for revision. So prototype is used to add new properties. So we have seen two examples how we can add new properties in the later stages to a function. So we have seen how we can add the properties to a function. Similarly, we have also seen just now that how we can add the methods to a class as well, right? So methods also we have seen how we have created the display details method in the later stage by using prototype, right? So this is how we can use the prototype, and that is shared across all the instances. So any instance I am going to create, so let's say stu1, stu2 or any other object I am going to create for student class, that will be able to access or able to call this display details method, right, which we have added by using prototype. So this is the benefit of using prototype to add the new property or method to the function or a class, and that will be shared across all the objects. So that's it for prototype, guys. In the next lecture, we will see some more details about JavaScript. So thank you for watching this tutorial.